Hello everyone and welcome to episode 40 of my Human Mage playthrough. Today we are starting this episode off with some action where we are heading to Stromgarde, the original capital of Strom, of the kingdom of Erythor and all of that stuff that we have talked about over the last few episodes. And we are going to be doing some elite quests because Stromgarde here is the elite area here in the Arathi Highlands, and we have 4 quests in our quest log that we are going to be doing. So we have Stromgarde badges where we have to collect some badges from the Syndicate. We have the Trelling's defenses where we have to kill some ogres to get this Azure Agate, and then we have 2 wanted quests that we will be completing. And then with all of these quests we should be able to get some good loot like this wand here, and then some good experience as well, and maybe even hit level 38 just from these Stromgarde quests here. And we have some of our humans here from Refuge Point fighting the Forsaken bodyguards and the courier right here, which is a little funny. But we are just going to ignore them, and we have 2 people in our party right now, and might have more people coming because we have 2 more slots, but 3 people should be enough to complete all these quests. As a mage, we could probably solo these quests if we were like level 40, but it should be relatively easy with 2 people, especially since I think we have a priest, and then we have 1 other mage as well. But here we are entering Stromgarde Keep, and we can go ahead and start fighting some of the mobs here. There are a few different factions that we can fight in this area. One of which is actually our friends who are the original people that resided here in Stromgarde and in these lands that are now kind of consolidated in Refuge Point, but they have some forces here as well. But if we were playing on a Horde character, we would be able to fight them as well. But since we are not Horde, we are on Alliance and they are our friends, we are just going to stick to fighting the other 2 factions, one of which is the Syndicate here, and then the other which are the Ogres. And we are fighting 2 Syndicate right here, right now, so this is going to be a little bit of a challenge, but overall should be pretty easy. And I just pulled another one. I'm going to go ahead and use my mana agate because we pulled 3 elite level mobs at the same exact time, but it seems like we are doing this pretty easily, so we should be fine here. I do have this flash bundle that we can use just to deal some extra damage here, and then I might have to end up using a health potion, but I'm just going to hope for the best. So I'm definitely a little low on health here, so I'm just going to try to Frost Nova that Prowler, and I'm still low on health, but hopefully we will be fine here. I'm just going to back up here a little bit, and actually I might end up using my ice block, I'm not sure. Okay, I might go ahead and throw in some frost bolts here because our priest here kind of tanked some of them, but I think we're going to be fine. I can throw in a few more frost bolts, and then I can try to recharge for a fire blast or an additional frostbolt. I feel like an additional frostbolt might be a smarter choice here because this prowler is about to run away from us. So this should be good. We got her locked in place again, and then I'll go ahead and firebolt there. And everything's fine. There was no issues at all. We see off in the distance over there, we have some of our Stromgarde allies, and then we have Syndicate everywhere else around here. I think down there, if you see where my cursor is on screen right now, are the ogres we need to fight. But let's go ahead and just farm some more of these Syndicates right here. I'm trying to find, yes, there is one right there, any of these prowlers, because they are in stealth. And oh, there's another, we have our other mage coming in now to help us, who kind of retreated out of the keep here. I am being very careful of any stealth enemies that might be around here, and there's one right there. These stealth ones are definitely very kind of like powerful because they hit hard and you can't really see them when you're like at level with them, and our mage right here is 1 level lower than them, so it's like very hard to detect them. So right around this house we should have our first little boss right here that we can fight. So if we come right here, I believe she's either right here or maybe she's inside the house. So let's go ahead and go inside and see if we can find her in there. But I believe it is an orc warlock that is kind of doing some nefarious things around here, so it is best that we stop her. And there's a magus right there, but and a prowler that I accidentally pulled. So it looks like that boss that I thought was in there also has a chance to spawn higher up on the next tier. So let's go ahead and work our way up here. We just have a level 25 Night Elf Hunter coming through here, and that is because I believe to learn first aid for like the third tier first aid after you reach like level 150, and then you have to come here as an alliance member, and you have to go up towards our friends here that are part of Stromgarde. It's just one of those things about like playing the classic version of this game that I like so much, is that there's like just random things in random places of the world, and like if you want to get that thing you have to adventure across the world in order to get it. You see like one part of that with like dungeons, which I don't play too much of, but like you can only get certain items in certain dungeons, but then you also have like all like the, oh there's 3 of them here, or you have all like the secondary crafting disciplines where you have to go to like random places. So like to get the tier 3 first aid we have to come here, and then tier 4 we have to go to Theramore, and then it's different places for the Horde as well. And then like for cooking we have to go to the Night Elf lands, and we have to go to a special outpost in Ashenvale to get tier 3, and then tier 4 we have to go to Teneris and Kalimdor, which is a higher level area like level 40. And then fishing for tier 3 we have to go to Booty Bay, and then we have a quest chain in Dustwallow Marsh with the famous Natpego, where we have to go all around the world in order to get up to level 300 fishing. So I just googled this quest chain here for Trailane's defenses, and I feel like I might go ahead and skip this quest because it doesn't seem something too interesting for me, and it actually does have us come back here again in order to complete it. So here is Mary's cow. We just killed her. A little bit of a warlock, but she kind of just does melee damage there. And then we have another prowler here that we can deal with. I was kind of in that WoW Classic paralysis where I was just like playing the game and kind of zoning out a little bit and completely forgot what we were doing, where we were, and then I kind of just pieced in at the end of fighting Mirror's Count here, what we were doing here. It looks like with this quest we will get some new bracers, which are not better than what we currently have equipped. 1 more armor, but 1 less stamina. I think I'll value the stamina more than the armor there, but I do like the name of these bracers here. Oh, I'm taking a lot of damage here, but fortunately we have a priest, but I'm asleep for 7 seconds, but I got cured by the priest, so I'm so thankful that she is here. And I'm going to go ahead and polymorph this conjure again, and I also cast counter spell on her. So we have this prowler who's about to die, and then we have a second prowler here that we can go ahead and start DPSing down. All 3 of us are so low on mana right now. It's a little unfortunate, but I think we're going to be fine. We just consumed a health potion there. I might go ahead and consume this mana potion here, and then polymorph the conjurer again. And then let's go ahead and finish off this prowler, and I think we'll be fine. I'm going to go ahead and cast Evocation here to replenish all my mana, because our 2 friends here are pretty low on mana. And then I'll go ahead and just, oh, I'm asleep again. This is not good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then we will be able to defeat this conjurer pretty easily now that it's just her and her 2 friends and her Voidwalker are dead. Got 2 Stromgarde badges from this conjurer. This is good. And as we come into the keep here, we can go ahead and fight all of the Syndicate in here, and then we can work our way up to the top level to fight Otto and Falconrest. So this is a very like special design of the keep here, where we are kind of being funneled into one direction. So instead of having an option to go left or right, we have to go right here, and then this room off to the right is blocked off, and there are a ton of Syndicate here. So let's go ahead and defeat all of them now. I feel like we've killed a lot of Syndicate, and we haven't gotten a lot of Stromgarde badges, although our loot is divided amongst 3 people here. Just like how our other mage friend here just got a Stromgarde badge himself. As we have worked our way to the top of the keep here, we can now enter this chamber where we have Otto, Lord Falconrest, who is the Syndicate leader, and then another Magus here. So this is like the main boss fight for the Syndicate here, and I think out of all 3 zones of Hillsborough Foothills, the Altrak Mountains, and the Arathi Highlands that we have Syndicate, I think this is like it. This is the final boss of like the Syndicate that we really fight in World of Warcraft, and like beyond this we really don't see too much going on here. And we have Lord Aladin Paranode, who I don't think this is. Let me double check. Yeah, this is not Aladin Paranode. This is just another one of the leaders of the Syndicate. There's multiple leaders, but we are going to go ahead and deal with him. And I don't think there's been too much like lore and story added on to like the Syndicate after, oh my gosh, I just took so much damage from Otto, I think, after all of this. So I'm going to go ahead and use my greater healing potion here, and I'm going to go ahead and run away here. This is definitely not good for me. And there's another prowler there. So I don't know what to do in this situation. So I'm going to go ahead and try to come this way so we can defeat Otto there. And then I just died. And I think we'll go ahead and run back really quickly. And we'll try to help. It looks like we all wiped here. But as we come back into here, we should have a little bit of an easier time with fighting them. So we managed to kill the bodyguard, but we died. So it looks like the bodyguard did his job pretty well. But now we can go ahead and re-engage these two, and actually three, because there is a stealthed syndicate in there as well. So our priest is going to mind control the Magus here, and then attack Lord Falconrest here. And looks like the mind control broke there, but we're going to go ahead and fight all the syndicate in here. And I just died, so I took so much damage there. We just have this Magus respawn, so we're going to have to kill this guy as fast as possible so that we have some space in here, because there's going to be 2 more Magus that spawn up there. And then we're going to have to fight our way out because we have a 4th person that just joined our party, so we should be able to have a little bit of an easier time with fighting all of the syndicate in here. We have this Conjurer and this Prowler that are just killing each other here, but I think we're about to start attacking the Prowler. Conjurer is almost dead. We have our 4th mage friend here, so now we can go ahead and clear these 2 mobs that we have right here, and then we can work our way back up to the top layer and hopefully have an easier time fighting all of the bosses, assuming we don't die from this group of mobs right here. But I think with the power of 3 mages and a priest, we are dealing with these 4 mobs pretty easily, plus the Void Walker. Was it 5 mobs? I'm kind of losing track now. And I'm asleep right now, but that is okay because we have a very wonderful priest right here. And I'll go ahead and freeze all of them, and this Conjurer is almost dead, and then these last 2 should be very easy to deal with. But now, with 1 additional person here, and with 2 attempts, and with strategizing this fight, we can go ahead and try this fight again, and hopefully this time we will be able to defeat Falconrest. So we're going to start off with a mind control here, and we're going to let the mind control die while it also deals damage to some of the enemies here. So we're going to go ahead and probably focus on Otto first, and then I'm going to go ahead and sheep Lord Falconrest, and then we can go ahead and defeat Otto. And now Falconrest is asleep. Let's go ahead and defeat Otto here, and then we should be able to defeat Falconrest afterwards. And I'm taking a lot of damage here. Gonna go ahead and re-sheep Falconrest here. And then Otto is almost dead. Hopefully I don't get stunned or hit by him again, but of course he's going to hit one of our friends here. And now with Otto dead, let's go ahead and defeat Lord Falconrest, the leader of the Syndicate here in Stromgarde. And then there was probably another stealth person up there, but I mean, hopefully we won't have to deal with him. And we are dealing a ton of damage to Falconrest, but he hits us for so much damage, and he has so much health. We have hit him for so many times for so much damage, but he is still alive. But he is almost dead now, so we'll be able to finish him off. Oh, he's coming for me now. This is not something I want right now. And I might have to hover over my health potion here. I'm freaking out a little bit. I think we're going to be fine, but we are fine, and we can go ahead and loot Falconrest here. And we got the head, and then we got another green item right there. And let's go ahead and restore our mana. So this was a very fun fight, and now all we need is some badges, and we're also going to go fight Mira's Cow again for our other friend here so that she can complete the quest as well. But let's go ahead and start fighting our way out of the keep, and then we can go ahead and find that orc once again. And it looks like we got out of here just in time. We just had that 1 Magus respawn there, but we got out before any of the other ones respawned. So now we can go ahead and just fight some Syndicate out in the open over here. We're getting very close to level 38, and we'll have a new talent point, and we'll be able to go back to our trainer and learn some new things as well. And we just got my last Stromgarde badge there, and I have 16 badges right now. I wish I could give one of those to a friend, but that is okay. We will be able to fight enough of the Syndicate around here. But I've completed that quest, and I've completed both of the wanted quests that we have here. So now we can go ahead and just help our friends out, and then we can return to Refuge Point, turn in all these quests, get a lot of experience, and get some good rewards. We have Mira's Cow here that we can fight again alongside another Prowler, and then we will just have to fight a few more Syndicate to help our friends out. So our group has all completed those quests there, and we have leveled up to level 38. So let's go ahead and run back to Refuge Point and we can turn in all these quests. And while we do so, let's go ahead and come into our talent tree here, and we have a new talent point, and I'm going to go ahead and put it into Winter's Chill here. So now our frost damage spells have an 80% chance to apply the Winter's Chill effect, which increases the chance our frost spell will critically hit the target by 2%. For 15 seconds, stacks up to 5 times. So the next one will be 100%, which is very nice. So every time we cast a Frostbolt, we will have a stacking debuff of Winter's Chill on our enemies. So our 6th Frostbolt after 5, which will have applied 5 Winter's Chill, that 6th one will have a 10% increased critical hit chance, which is very nice. But returning here to Refuge Point, we can go ahead and turn in the 3 different quests we have, all of which we can turn into Captain Niles here. So Stromgarde badges, we can turn in the 15 badges we got, and she'll say thank you, and she'll give us these Stromgarde Cavalry leggings, which I'll go ahead and take my robe off just so we can look at this. And looks pretty cool, but we are cloth wearers, not mail wearers, so we'll go ahead and just sell that. And then next, this Wanted Mira's Cows quest. We can go ahead and get these arcane ruined bracers that we looked at earlier, but I'm not going to wear, so we can go ahead and sell those. And then we have this Otto and Falcon Rest quest here, which we can get a brand new wand, Rod of Sorrow, which deals shadow damage instead of fire damage. We really want like a frost damage wand, I think, but since we have a fire damage one right now, we'll go ahead and just take this one because it is a straight up upgrade, and I am excited for that. We could also pick these bracers here, but they are mayo, so we can't wear that. So let's go ahead and equip this Rod of Sorrow here, and I think we can preview it. Yes, we can. So it's like a nice green looking wand right there, which is nice. But we have completed all of these quests here, and for the most part we have completed a lot of the quests here in Arathi Highlands. We have this quest here, which I might look at later, and then we have the Trellian's Defenses quest, which we did not complete today, and I have a feeling I'm not going to go complete them at all. And then we have the Foudier's Cove quest. But for these quests here, we'll probably come back when I'm like level 40, and we'll have an easier time doing that, and then I'll consider this one in the future. But I think as far as questing goes, we're going to leave Arathi Highlands for the next couple of levels, and we'll quest in other areas. But before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and go to Ironforge, and we can go ahead and train at the Mage Trainer. Now we are in Ironforge, so we can go ahead and do a few chores around here. Gotta do a little bit of tailoring, clear up my inventory a little bit, put this extra badge that we got in the bank here just to collect it and to remind us of our adventure here. Throw this up on the auction house. And now we can go ahead and talk to our Mage Trainer, and we can see what new things we can learn here. So we can learn Conjure Mana Jade, which is an upgraded version of our Mana Agate there, and I'll go ahead and learn that. Can also learn some new ranks of Fireball, which I'm going to go ahead and do that because we need Fireball to fight water elementals, and we also have this Fire Blast that we can learn now. So this should be good, and we should be a little bit more powerful against any water elementals. And looking towards the next Fireball level, it looks like we can learn it at level 42, so we have the most upgraded version of Fireball now. And then we can learn a new rank of Frostbolt, which is super exciting, so we'll be able to deal even more damage now with our primary attack that we use. Go ahead and throw these all on our bar. I'll go ahead and just conjure a Mana Jade here. I'm actually wondering if you can have a Mana Agate and a Mana Jade at the same time. Oh, it looks like they share cooldowns, so yeah, we cannot do that. But I'll go ahead and just take that off my bar, and I'll put you up here for now. And then we learned a new Fireball rank, so I'll go ahead and throw you onto my bar right here. And then we learned a new Fire Blast rank, add you there. And then last but not least, a new Frostbolt rank, which is really exciting. But I have a couple of exciting things planned for next episode, and as far as this episode goes, I'm going to go ahead and call it good here. I hope you all enjoyed watching this episode as much as I enjoyed playing through it. It was really fun to do some elite quests with some other people in the game, and I hope you all are taking good care of yourselves. Remember to drink some water, check your posture, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time in the world of Azeroth. Goodbye.